Hello, so in the last video I took in this Crested Gecko Pamela, and today I'm going to give a bit of an update on her just a couple days after I got her, and then I'll show the clips from after a couple weeks after I got her. I update her enclosure, but I couldn't film all of it, so I filmed like cleaning stuff and then adding plants in and doing all of that thing into her ExoTerra enclosure for her. So I hope you enjoy. Put some food in here. We'll see if she messes with it. It's the rapashi that I got with her, and it smells weird. It kind of smells like chicken feed almost, or something to do with chickens. It doesn't smell good like the Pangea, but it is good. I mean, according to the thing, it just doesn't smell good. Then there's like this very interesting smell. There she is down here. Like this tank has like this, I don't know, maybe it's like a, don't know how to place it, but it's the same smell that like when I first got Darwin, she was in a tank like this right here. And this is the one that came with her. And along with, all this stuff. But there was like the same smell, and I'm like, is it like the ExoTerra smell? Like it's like this certain type of enclosure. I don't know if it's like the non-bioactive smell, because I know what the feces smells like, and it doesn't smell good. But it's not this. It's like this weird. Maybe it's like the artificial smell. I don't know. It's very strange. But I don't even know if she can get up here. Like I don't know how that works. So maybe I should move it back there or something. I know she goes to that corner. Maybe I'll move it over there. And she goes over there as well. But right now she's hiding down there. So I really want to mess with her, but I'm kind of going to let her chill for a little while. Just so, let's see. There she is. I just don't want to mess with her too much. Just want to let her chill for a couple days. Maybe get her out this weekend or something. But I think I am going to move back to that corner because I just don't see her coming out here. But maybe, I guess I can leave it. And if she doesn't mess with it, then I will move it again. I mean, it's not going to hurt her or anything. But she's supposedly supposed to eat on her own. So we'll hope that that's what ends up happening and that there's some food out of that. But I kind of made it pretty watery. It's kind of hard because I didn't want to mix too much, but I didn't want to mix not enough either. So I'll get used to it and how things are. But probably this weekend I'll have to get her out because I want to clean all this stuff. And with her, it's weird. It's like I know that she was kept alone, and I know that she was kept as a pet. So she's been alone, essentially in quarantine for like multiple years. So it's not really like she's gonna like lose health all of a sudden. And the people that we got her from, like generally you can read people pretty well. I think they just got rid of her because probably they were moving on to other things in life. Like I'm assuming it was like a young adult, so they're probably going to college or something like that. And they were really nice people, and my dad met them. I didn't, but over messaging, they were really nice people, and just overall they seemed like normal everyday people. And generally, like if it was kind of more of a sketchy situation, then I'd be more worried of why somebody just gave me a Crested Gecko. But these guys also gave me a ton of stuff, and like they're really nice and stuff. So I'm assuming it doesn't have some like underlying problem that they didn't tell me about. I'm pretty sure it's perfectly healthy. So essentially it's been a Crested Gecko in quarantine for multiple years, and I don't want to like throw all this dirty other stuff from a reptile into my room because that's not good. So I'm going to clean everything, and I'll set it up with some better soil and that type of thing, and I'll leave it in here and probably in this room because I don't have a place to put this tank in my room, but I do have a tank set up in my room that it will be able to eventually go into. If it doesn't, it might cohabitate with one of my other females, I'm not sure, but I have a completely vacant 55 gallon that is set up for Crested Geckos. don't have the fronts on it yet because I'm working on that currently. But once I have that, then it can move into there. So basically, I just need to clean everything, and then I'm kind of going to drop the wash your hands in between every time, because I just don't think it's worth it. I think it's essentially fine. So, like I said, with other animals like bearded dragons and stuff that are more prone to having mites, then I'm like freaked out and I'm like gonna keep up with it for months and months and just not even risk anything if I can help it. But I mean, even just washing your hands isn't going to completely fix it. But anyway, with the crested geckos, I'm not too worried about it. So I will change things up. But for now, I'm gonna keep with it, and then I'll clean everything and like bleach all the plants. I want to steal one of them for the baby crested geckos, but yeah, I'll kind of show you guys how I clean everything, and then I will end up putting her back in here with some different way of setting it up. As I was cleaning out this substrate that she had in here, which isn't bioactive, it's just naturalistic, I found some eggs, which makes sense because this is an adult female, 4 to 5 years old, I believe, and she had laid some eggs. But now I added in some more mixed up soil, and I cleaned the tank and everything, and I wiped down the whole area, and I did all that. But since my parents were in the living room, I didn't end up explaining all of this because they were watching a movie and stuff as this was going on. So I had a naturalistic leaf litter and tons of isopods and springtails and everything, and I made it properly naturalistic. Then later on, I bought some umbrella tree plants as well as a dumb cane plant that I split up into a couple plants, and then some pothos because it's kind of the old reliable. I know I can get it to grow and everything. Now I've had varying success with these. The main dumb cane plant has done well. I don't know what the key is with it. I think it's a lot of light and like not too wet soil, because like a lot of the leaves melt off for some reason, but like some of them do really well. And then one of the umbrella trees has done amazing and taken off, but like the other two kind of died back for no reason. And the pothos has obviously done well. So right now things are very bottom heavy as far as planting goes, and I don't like that. But what I did is I got all plants that will grow nice and tall and upwards. So we have all this pothos that is just going to go up and around everything, and it'll start going up the back, and that'll really fill in. And then we have the trees as well. We have the 2 umbrella trees, and they should fill in, assuming they do well. I haven't kept these trees before, so honestly, I'm not sure. And then we have these dumb cane, which they will get tall. There's one right here, and there's one right here. So everything will grow up, but for now it creates a really secure area, and there are all the sticks filling in the top and everything. So while up there isn't the most shaded and secure area, it does have height and provides some height and stuff for her. And she's kind of going nuts. She wants to climb, but she can't because everything's wet. So I'm going to go ahead and close things up. As you saw, I kept deciding that I was done and spraying everything down, and then deciding that that wasn't enough. So that left me with just one tree, which I'll plant in my room with Darwin, I think. So I'll go ahead and plant this in her enclosure, and I think that'll look really, really cool. But I planted everything else that I got in here. It was about like $30 or $40 worth of plants, just a lot of pothos, some dumb cane, and then these trees. But I got pothos. I got a pot that was like really well established and old. I could tell that it had been growing for a while because these are all cuttings. That's what they do. They just put a bunch of cuttings in a pot. So I made sure these were kind of older cuttings and they were already growing out quite a bit, because pothos, it's going to adjust really well. Just start growing in the soil. I'm sure it'll do really well. And then since it's already big, it'll just continue getting bigger and bigger, and it'll already provide that height. If I would have gotten one of the ones that wasn't quite as wasn't quite as old, the sprouts hadn't been there as long, then everything would have been like this tall in this tank, and that would have looked really bad. So also, I know it's kind of front heavy. That's because we have this thing in the back, which normally I'd plant behind and have plants coming out of it, but because of how I did things, I planted later, I couldn't do that. And we have the cork bark in that corner. Otherwise, I would have really like done a lot more with that corner, but we have the cork bark down there. So I just planted a lot in the center, and this pothos plant will shoot up there. This one will shoot up there and fill in that area, and then the rest of them will kind of move on and creating more secure area. It's different with not having a background, but I kind of like it because it is different. Normally I have a background in enclosure, but I just figured I won't do it with this one. And honestly, this is going to go into my room, so this is pretty much as set up as it's going to get. It was a quarantine setup, and then real quick I set it up with the fake plants, and I got real plants, and bada boom, this is going to be it. It has a proper drainage layer, nice soil, everything, and she will just stay in here because she eats her food consistently, and she's doing well, and I'm just not going to move her out as long as this works for her. So this will eventually go into my room somehow, and then I will start breeding her with Linus and stuff, and making sure she's doing well and stuff. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's pretty cool with all the live plants, and I'm glad to have live plants instead of the fake ones. But I will clean the fake ones and keep them because I have the babies, and it's a lot easier to deal with babies with fake plants. So I would like to clarify a bit. I didn't show it, but I also, the cork tubes that came with her, I also sanitized those. I microwaved them, and I don't think I cooked them in the oven. So I just had them in the microwave for a while, and I sprayed them off really well and stuff, not to move everything over. And then all the other sticks were just collected by me that had also been sanitized in the oven or so on. And then I did build the drainage layer for here. That's just an egg crate structure covered in mesh. I have other videos that I've done on those. I believe I have ones dedicated to it, so you can look those up if you're interested. And the ExoTerra is kind of like a weird dimension. Like, even though it's pretty simple, it doesn't fit very well with the egg crate pieces, so I kind of had to work around that. But overall, this is what it looks like. Pam's done amazing since I got her, which is really, really cool. And the tank's doing amazing too since I've had it. I mean, it's been months since then, and it did exactly what I talked about. It's completely top heavy now. It's completely filled in. It's done great. So it's really weird why some plants just do well and others don't, considering like I had 2 umbrella plants in here. One like melted away, and the other one is now huge and taking over the entire tank. So it's interesting how that kind of works out. But I hope that you enjoyed, because I think this is a pretty cool, really simple setup. I mean, it was just as like, there's no background. It's just like you could set it all up in a day, and it's just going to work really well for the Crested Gecko. I mean, they have tons of areas to hide, especially with the plants and with the cork tubes and everything. So this is really, I think, a manageable, easy example of what you could do for a Crested Gecko. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put comments below. And if you want more content, then subscribe. And Pam content, of course, because she's awesome. Have a great day.